I've offered a definition of evaluation, and I think the first three words in that are the really important ones. Systematic investigation to assess. Systematic in the sense that it's, we have to be steady, regular, disciplined. Investigation, curious, really digging for, really wanting to know, really finding out information. And then the ultimate piece of that in evaluation is assessment. So evaluation is not just collecting data, and we talk about evidence-based, and we talk about outcomes, and we talk about evaluation, so all these words get a little bit tangled up. I think what's important to understand is that the assessment of that information is what's really key when you start talking about evaluation. So, for example, if I had a senior meals program, I would be delivering meals to seniors, right? And if I started collecting data about that, how many meals I delivered, how many seniors received them, how many times I delivered, that would all be activity. That's all the work that I'm doing. It's the stuff that I'm doing. The real important question is about outcomes, like to what end? Why am I doing that? What difference does it make? Who's going to be better for it? What's the benefit? That's the questions that we're really digging for. We get stuck in our activity very often, but the real end piece of that is to what end? Will people be in their homes longer? Will they be healthier? And if that's the case, and if that's what my hypothesis is, how do I measure that? And not only how do I measure, but what data tells me that, how do I collect information for that? It is then in the analysis of that, right, the collection, the steady, ongoing collecting piece, and then the analysis is what evaluation is. Okay, how do we really know that our work had that kind of impact? That's where an evaluator comes in with their significance test, statistical significance, to see if our impact, what we did, really had that impact. Now, in the area of youth development, this was a struggle that I had in running youth programs for many years. I mean, how do we identify what significant outcomes are? And that's what led to what's now the 3D60 screen, the Insight 3D60 screen, because we had to really figure out a way to know what we could measure, why we would measure that, why that was important in a youth's development, and the pre-test, which also serves as a post-test, collects that data, collects it regularly, steadily, and stores it in the database so that when our evaluator stepped in the door, we were able to analyze that and say, is what we're doing significant? That's what we talk about when we're talking about outcomes, when we talk about evidence that our programs are based upon, and that's what we're talking about when we talk about really the full continuum of evaluation.